I've just tried 3 different cash points. They all said I have insufficient funds. No, don't transfer me. I've already... No, I don't want to bank online. I want to talk to a human being. Oh, no wonder nothing works in this stupid country. Morons.
Right, where's Daniel?
He's cried off, he's not feeling well.
Karen's on yet another day off. At this rate, I'll be running the practice on my own.
Could we have a chat about Elaine?
We haven't got time. This is an admin meeting.
The thing is, I've known her longer.
Can't give her any more time off.
Well, in the long run, it might be better.
No need. It's all in hand. I've got a meeting scheduled with her tonight.
Right. I really...
So, let's not get distracted. Plenty to get through.
What are you up to?
What's it look like?
Why? You hate cleaning.
It's a big house. It's not going to clean itself.
Stop worrying, Karen. They're going to be okay.
I am not worried.
And you're not going to get all weepy on me.
No, I am not. I mean, yes, I'm going to miss him, but I'm not going to miss all the cleaning, the washing, the ironing, cooking. I mean, it's actually quite liberating.
Cleaning the cooker is liberating.
I've got plans. I'm going to get the house sorted out. And when I've done that, I'm going to do all the things that I've never had time to do. I'm going to sort out the old photographs. I'm going to call people I haven't seen in ages. I'm going to have a whole new lease on life.
Come in.
Oh, saw this?
Retail therapy. Which one?
Which one what?
I can't decide.
Why all the shopping?
I'm making a fresh start. I'm going to be completely positive about everything. I think this one. What's that?
Well, nothing you can wipe.
Oh, come on. What is it?
Just some things. Harrison's things.
Harrison?
His personal effects, he wanted you to have them.
Why?
I could take it back, I know. You...
No, leave it.
I can stay if you like.
I'm fine, Jimmy.
The money's paid into my account every month. You know it's going to clear, so why can't... Okay, forget it. Idiot.
You are late, Dr. Keller.
I had the worst morning. I didn't have any money for lunch. The stupid cash point wouldn't work, and
You
now...
have patients waiting for you.
You'd think they could keep those machines working. I mean, it's not like it's their money. Right, okay, give me 2 minutes.
You okay?
Yes. Yes, why?
Jimmy said Harrison had left you some things.
Ah, yes. For some reason he wanted me to have them. Can't quite see him in these.
Right.
It's such an odd collection. Imagine, your whole life coming down to this. He even left me his wedding ring. You think he'd want his wife to have it. And his diary. I didn't even know he kept one.
Elaine, are you sure that's a good idea?
Why not? He wouldn't have given it to me if he didn't want me to read it.
Exactly.
You know, I never really knew him. I thought I did. No idea what I saw in him.
No?
Funny, isn't it? You spend your whole life looking for something, and then you realise you've been looking in the wrong direction. Did you want something?
No, I just saw the door open and wondered if you were all right.
Yes, I'm fine, Heston.
Howard. I've just been with Elaine, and I think this whole Harrison thing is affecting her much more than she's letting on.
Obviously. She's traumatised.
Yes, she is.
Mind you, what Mrs. Temb did for us seemed to do the trick. Good head in a crisis, Mrs. Temb.
Well, I'm sure she was very
I had a man like Mrs. Temb in my unit once. The whole world could fall down around him, still soldiered on, like a rock.
As does Mrs. Temb.
Made us all feel better just knowing he was there.
Getting back to Elaine.
Heston, I know what you're going to say, and you're wrong. Giving her more time off won't do any good.
Well, it might.
PIE.
Sorry?
PIE. Proximity, immediacy, expectancy. It's the only way to deal with trauma. Get your man back in the field as soon as possible and make sure they're surrounded by their mates.
We are talking about...
I got that from Shrink too. See, I can do touchy-feely when I have to.
Yeah, I can see how that might
Trust me, we're singing from the same hymn sheet.
Are we?
Absolutely.
Is she okay?
I'm not sure. But according to General Patton, she's never been better.
You haven't had a break in ages, Neil. You're exhausted.
If I could get away, I would.
They're supposed to give you time off. Your contract says 4 weeks a year.
It's not that simple.
You're going to make yourself ill.
Let's just see what the doctor says.
Why are you so stubborn? Just a few days. Please. For me. Mummy and Daddy would love to see us. We could drive down tomorrow afternoon, just in time for cocktails. We could get Charles to bring us breakfast in bed, play tennis all weekend. Mummy's bound to invite all her friends. Then we'll get her and Daddy to go away for a few days. They can go to the villa in Provence. We'd have the entire estate to ourselves.
Would they do that?
Well, they always do what I want. You know they do. You could paddle me round the lake while I trail my hand decorously in the water.
A bit cold for that, isn't it?
We'll get Charles to make up an enormous fire in the hall.
Right for some.
I'm sorry?
Kate and Will's.
Click Insert, go to Comment, type your comment, and press Save.
See you later.
You look bright and cheerful.
I feel bright and cheerful.
What are you off to?
You asked me to fill in at the campus until Jimmy was free.
Oh, of course. So many doctors go in here, well. Get a little bit twitchy every time one leaves the building.
I'll only be a couple of hours.
Back in time for the meeting?
Can't wait.
Oh, could you do me a favour? Keep your eye on Jazz for me.
Why? Are you worried about her?
No, I'd just like to get your perspective. Get a feel for how she's getting on.
If you think it'll help.
Of course it will. I value your opinion.
Thank you.
No point in having highly qualified personnel if you don't take advantage of them.
Oh, would you give this to Jimmy for me?
Sure.
Tell him he can do whatever he likes with it.
See? Bit of flattery works wonders.
Up to a point.
All part of the plan. Play on her strengths, focus on her career development, make her feel like she's a vital part of a winning team.
Do you know what that is?
Haven't a clue.
Harrison's effects.
What's Elaine doing with them?
He gave them to her.
It's a bit strange.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Which is why we have to handle this very carefully.
She seems to be coping.
On the surface, maybe.
You worry too much.
What are you? I thought we were supposed to be cleaning the house.
Just stop for a minute.
All right, and you're definitely not thinking about the kids.
Feels like someone's died.
Oh, come on, love, it's not the end of the world.
Oh, but it feels like it.
I'm gone forever. Amy will be back in a few weeks.
Maybe it won't be the same.
Now in our luck, they'll both move back in.
They won't.
Don't tempt fate.
She was so sweet when she was little.
She was so loud when she was little.
She still is.
We've had some good times with both of them.
Yeah, we have.
And we'll have more good times, just different ones. But you can't look back.
Yeah, that's what the website said.
What website?
Oh, it's advice for empty nesters. I looked it up. They said you write a dream list of all the things you've ever wanted to do.
Like cleaning the house?
No.
You've looked after those kids, Karen, for 21 years. And you've done a brilliant job. But that job has now ended. time for you to concentrate on what matters most to you. Like looking after me. Ow!
To be honest, I don't really know why I'm here. Probably just wasting your time.
Let's hope not. Why don't you start by telling me what's wrong?
Nothing really, just the old asthma kicking up. Happens all the time.
Right, so your asthma's got worse.
It's not a barrel of laughs at the best of times.
Has it got worse or not?
I suppose.
If you could take your shirt off, Mr. Hayes, I'll have a listen.
Actually, I don't think that's necessary.
Actually, I think it is.
I'm only really here because of my girlfriend. She wants me to get some time off.
So you can go riding with Mummy and Daddy?
What? Oh, yeah. Tiffany wants me to get some sort of sick note.
I can't give you a sick note if there's nothing wrong with you.
I don't want you to give me a sick note.
Then what do you want?
You couldn't put on a bit of a show for Tiffany, could you? Say I'm 100%, you couldn't possibly give me a sick note?
No, I couldn't.
Maybe just say there's nothing wrong with me.
If there's nothing wrong with you, you shouldn't be here. And the next time you think about wasting NHS time and resources like this, please don't. There are plenty of patients with real problems that need my help.
Neil, what's going on? Neil, I want to know what she said.
Let's just go.
No, go back in there.
Tiffany, just leave it.
You can't let people walk all over you like this.
I'm not going back in there.
Well, you have to. Please, Neil, you're not well.
If there was something wrong with me, she would have said.
Listen to yourself.
I don't want to make a scene.
You're having another attack, Neil. Where's your inhaler? Have you got your inhaler? May I help?
What are you doing?
New project?
Checking up on Emmy?
What? No. She's going to send me a link to a course.
Yeah, right.
It's true. I am doing my family tree.
Why?
It's a new challenge, moving on.
A family tree, that's moving backwards, isn't it?
Something I've always wanted to do.
Really?
Not really, but it was a website suggestion. You should get a new project.
I don't need a new project. I've got my hands full soaking up all the peace and quiet I've been missing for the last 20 years.
Mrs. Fraser?
Dr. Kayla.
What?
Can I have a word, please?
Can't it wait?
I think you need to know about this. The young man you saw a moment ago?
Yes.
Dr. Cassidy has just taken him into the sick bay.
How long's this been going on?
It's been bad all week.
What's wrong?
When did he last see his GP?
Just now. He saw her and she told him to go away.
I didn't know he was...
Breathe slowly. Try and stay calm.
She said he was wasting her time.
Your breathing's not getting any easier, is it? Can you call an ambulance, Jazz? I'm going to send you to St. Phil's.
Is he going to be all right?
Karen! God, it's like living in an echo chamber.
Rob, where are you?
Suddenly the house seems so big.
Oh, it scared me off to death.
We could get lost.
Oh. Is that what it's going to be like? You and me, all alone, getting lost?
Oh, it'll be all right. We'll get a couple of sat-navs, we'll be fine.
I like a bit of noise, me. It's too quiet. Hey, I'm going out tonight. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going out for a drink with Helen Skidmore. Hey, what did you want me for?
Oh, I was trying to find my uniform.
I've put all your work stuff in Jack's wardrobe.
What's what? I've got to go all the way to Jack's room when I want to get dressed.
The exercise will do you good.
I think I preferred it when the kids were here. At least I knew where everything was.
You never know where anything was.
Oh, can't we just leave things the way they were?
Well, what's the point in having all this space if you don't use it?
Why didn't you examine him?
I tried. He wouldn't let me. He said there was nothing wrong with him.
Well, there obviously was.
He said he was only there because of his girlfriend and he wanted me to put on some sort of show.
Did he tell you about his attacks?
No.
Did you ask him?
I'm sure I did.
How do you mean you're sure?
I don't know. I've had a really bad day, Elaine.
We all have bad days. You have to get your priorities right.
I know.
I'm going to have to tell Howard.
Howard, why?
It's protocol if there's a problem. You know, these things have a way of coming back at you.
I didn't do anything wrong. Look, please don't tell Howard. I promise I'll sort it out.
Yeah, make sure you do.
Right, bye. Oi, are you sure it's Helen Skidmore that you're meeting?
Yeah, what?
Well, you spent that long getting ready, I thought you might be going out on the pool.
You're just jealous, because you've got to work.
Well, I'd sooner work than spend a night with Helen Skidmore.
Well, what's wrong with her?
She's another empty nester. She'll have you crying in your beer before you know it.
I'm just doing what the website said, Rob. It's like a support group.
You don't need a support group.
You're going to be all right.
I'll be fine.
You want me to whip you up an omelette?
Just go. And try not to think about him.
Who?
Tiffany? It is Tiffany, isn't it? The nurse said that he's going to be fine.
What are you doing here?
I was worried.
Well, you weren't worried when it mattered. Stupid machine. Have you got any change?
Sorry, no.
Yeah, right. Because doctors are so badly paid, aren't they? Wait. I've just spent the last 2 hours watching him gasping for breath. Have you any idea how that feels?
He is going to be fine.
Yeah, no thanks to you.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, right.
Please, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I've had a really bad day.
Yeah, I'm sure your life is really hard.
Actually...
Really? You want to know what hard is? Neil is in the lab from 8 in the morning till 7 at night. He works most weekends. He hasn't taken any time off in months, and if he did take time off, we can't afford to go anywhere or do anything.
What about your parents? Can't they help?
My parents?
With all that money?
My parents haven't got a bean.
But that huge house?
What?
The villa in Provence?
That's a fantasy. That's just something we do to cheer ourselves up.
It's not true.
No. My parents are in no position to help us. Is that what this is about? Because you heard us talking about some big country house.
I just assumed...
Well, you were wrong, weren't you?
I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions.
Is that what they teach you to do in medical school?
Look, I appreciate everything you've done for Elaine, and I take your point about getting back on the horse, but this is important.
That's your brew.
Sorry?
Tea.
No, I'm fine. You see, I found this book in Elaine's room, open at this page, with the picture.
What were you doing in Elaine's room?
Well, she wanted some reports, but you see, look, she hasn't got over Harrison.
What, he left with this?
Yes.
Yeah, he really is a piece of work, isn't he?
Yeah, which is why I think it's important that I'm there when you speak to her, or Jimmy.
Why?
Well, we've known her longer than you have, and these things can get a bit tricky.
Well, why should it get tricky?
Well, they sometimes do.
Well, this is my job, Heston. This is what you hired me to do.
But I know.
Are you trying to say that I can't do my job?
No.
Well, then I suggest that you should leave me to it. And I put that back in Elaine's room before she finds out you've been going through her things.
It wasn't your fault.
It was her fault.
Oh, I should take my health more seriously.
She was the one who didn't take it seriously.
She was stressed, Tiffany. I know what it's like.
I shouldn't have let that get in the way.
No, you shouldn't have.
It happens. You get stressed, you make mistakes. I do it all the time.
If she can't do her job properly, she shouldn't be doing it at all.
Drop it, Tiffany.
When you can, you should come back and see me and we can review your medication, look at your asthma management, or you could see one of the other doctors.
Well, that'd be good. Thank you.
I probably was a bit short with you, and you could complain if you wanted, but I honestly didn't realise...
That's why you're here, isn't it? Of course. I don't believe this. She's trying to save her skin, that's all she cares about.
No.
He could have died because of you.
Tiff.
It wasn't my fault.
Oh, really? That's not what the other doctor said.
What?
It was lucky she turned up when she did.
Let it go, Tiffany.
I am going to make a complaint. And I'm going to make sure you never work again.
In the crowd is White Jack. Cornering at 60 miles per hour, Rob is rammed into the wall.
I gave that box back to Jimmy.
I know, he told me. I forgot to put something in it.
Anything important?
A diary?
Harrison's.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all right?
It's fine.
Yes, Heston was showing some concern.
Oh, he can be a bit of an old woman at times.
You see, I said it'd take more than that to knock you off your stride. Consummate professional you are.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
No, it's true. I've been very impressed with your performance ever since the reaccreditation.
Really?
There have been some concerns.
I thought you did.
Obviously, we have different styles, but I think that could work. We could complement each other.
A marriage of opposites.
If you like.
Where's Elaine?
Oh, she has gone back to the mill. She said she had to speak to Mr. Bellamy.
Why?
I do not know, but she said it was very important. That girl is going to get herself into a lot of trouble someday. She's far too impetuous. Good night, Mrs. Jenkins.
I found this course. Might interest you. Introducing talking therapies into everyday consultations. I was wondering if you could implement them.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Take it.
No, it's not important.
Elaine, this is Jazz. Please ring me as soon as you can.
What with all these staff shortages, we won't be able to implement it straight away.
Would you want to run it across both surgeries at once?
That's down to you.
Well, scheduling could be a bit tricky.
I'm more than happy to help there.
This could be rather wonderful.
Well, with you running it, I'm sure it would be. And you're okay with the extra work?
Oh, it'll be fun. It's just what I need. It's a brilliant idea, Howard.
I can't take all the credit. So I got the idea from you?
You know, Julia would never have done this.
No.
She's not this dynamic. What other ideas have you got?
Well, quite a lot, actually.
Tell me.
You want to see?
Yes.
Well, obviously, stabilising the staff situation is top of the priority. You really want to hear all this?
It's fascinating.
Yes, it is, actually. Not a lot of people appreciate this. More to you than meets the eye.
And you.
I was wrong about you.
I was wrong about you. Quite wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Heston was right. I shouldn't be here.
Elaine.
Harrison. You know, my whole life's a mess.
What?
Just go through the scene. You've got to understand.
Great.
It's not just Harrison. My whole life's a mess. I can't cope with anything.
Of course you can.
How can I call myself a doctor? I can't even look after myself.
You just need to take yourself in hand.
I think I'm going mad. I was sure you were sending me signals.
Signals?
The way you looked at me, the things you said.
I was just worried I was losing another doctor.
Of course you were.
Obviously I care about you, but not like that. As a colleague, a professional, I had absolutely no intention.
I'm such an idiot. You know, I practically bought a whole new wardrobe just for you, because I thought...
Did you keep the receipts?
I've been like this my whole life, lurching from one inappropriate man to the next as if it's going to solve all my problems.
I'm sure there's a simple...
I'm a grown woman. Why do I keep doing this?
There's no need.
What's wrong with me?
Look, anyway, we shouldn't mention this again, and there's no reason why this should affect our professional relationship.
No, it won't.
Good. Well, let's just put the whole thing behind us and pretend it never happened.
I'll sort my things out and be gone by the end of tomorrow.
Gone?
You'll have my resignation first thing.
A little bit more, come on!
Is there something in my teeth?
Is there something that you would like to tell me?
What are you doing?
You were right. Something needed to give.
Well, all the business, though.
Leave it.
I look younger here, don't you think?
Perhaps. Is it a trick question? With Jenny.